Prime Field.
Welcome to Gamecocks Station on Prime Field. The final score was 82-59. For the South Carolina Gamecocks, the 2025 National Championship game was not just a loss, it was a blowout, a public dismantling at the hands of UConn. In the aftermath of that defeat, a new reality has taken shape. It centers on a single player, a freshman who led the team in scoring, a rising star who now enters her sophomore season shouldering the weight of redemption. Her name is Joyce Edwards. After a season where she averaged 12.7 points per game, Edwards is no longer a promising rookie. She is a marked woman. The central question of her 2025-26 campaign is stark. Can she navigate the suffocating pressure of being every opponent's primary target while simultaneously filling the leadership void left by championship heartbreak? Her season will be defined not just by her undeniable talent, but by her response to this, her toughest test yet. The transition from one season to the next is often framed by statistics and predictions. But for Joyce Edwards, the transition into her sophomore year is framed by the sting of a single game. The loss to UConn exposed vulnerabilities in a championship-caliber program, creating a psychological burden that extends beyond the box score. For the Gamecocks, the upcoming season is a mission to transform that heartbreak into redemptive glory. And for Edwards, the path is even more personal. She is moving from being a high-energy complementary piece to the focal point of a team with championship or bust expectations. The pressure is immense. Her performance, her growth, and her ability to lead are now inextricably linked to the team's ultimate goal. In the unforgiving landscape of elite college basketball, every game will be a referendum, not just on her skill, but on her capacity to carry a program still reeling from a devastating loss. To understand the weight of expectation on Joyce Edwards, one must first understand the success that created it. Her freshman campaign was a showcase of startling efficiency and raw talent. She led South Carolina in scoring, shooting an impressive 52.9% from the floor. Her performance earned her 3 separate SEC Player of the Week awards, a rare feat for a first-year player. The praise was immediate and significant, coming from her own decorated coach Dawn Staley and from program legends like Aja Wilson. This wasn't just consistent production, though it was punctuated by moments of sheer dominance. A 28-point explosion against Florida demonstrated her ceiling, a glimpse of the transcendent player she could become. She was an athletic force, thriving on opportunistic scoring and devastating efficiency in transition. But that success, once a pleasant surprise, has now painted a massive bullseye on her back. The very achievements that defined her rookie year have now set the stage for her sophomore crucible. The transformation from breakout freshman to sophomore focal point represents one of college basketball's most treacherous transitions. For Joyce Edwards, this is not a theoretical challenge. It is tactical warfare. Last season, she often exploited mismatches as a relatively unknown commodity. This season, she is the mismatch. Every opponent will scheme to prevent. Every defensive coordinator in the SEC and beyond now has a full season of film. Her tendencies are memorized. The scouting report is clear. Her preference for attacking from the left block, her speed in the open court. The response will be calculated and relentless. Where she once found space, she will now face constant double team. Where she once received the ball in her preferred spots, she will now encounter denial defense designed to keep it out of her hands entirely. And with her status as the primary threat comes the physical targeting reserved for the opposition's best player. The game is about to become profoundly more difficult. The adjustment period Joyce Edwards faces is not without precedent. History suggests this transition is brutal, even for the most talented players. As opponents adjust their entire defensive schemes to stop one individual, a player's efficiency can suffer. Consider the path of other collegiate stars, Kelsey Plum of Washington and Brianna Stewart of UConn, 2 of the most decorated players in recent history. Both saw their field goal percentage dip significantly in their sophomore campaigns. This wasn't due to a decline in talent, but a direct result of the heightened defensive attention they commanded. After brilliant freshman seasons, they became the sole focus of opposing coaches. Every possession became a battle against specialized defenses designed to frustrate and contain them. This historical context provides a sobering backdrop for Edwards' upcoming season. It demonstrates that the challenge ahead is a well-documented phenomenon, a trial by fire that is tested and temporarily thwarted some of the sport's greatest. Perhaps more daunting than the defensive adjustments is the psychological shift Joyce Edwards must make. The loss to UConn revealed an issue that goes beyond X's and O's. In crucial moments, when their system stalled, the Gamecocks lacked a go-to scorer. a player who could consistently create a quality shot against a set defense. As a freshman, Edwards thrived within the system. As a sophomore, she must become the one the system relies on when it breaks down. This evolution from role player to centerpiece demands more than just improved statistics. It requires a fundamental change in her on-court persona. She must develop the court awareness to recognize when to be aggressive versus when to facilitate for teammates. She must become a vocal leader, directing traffic during timeouts and holding others accountable. And she must possess the mental fortitude to shoulder the blame when a critical possession goes awry. It is a transition from being a passenger to being the pilot. Joyce Edwards is no stranger to high-stakes competition. Her experience with USA Basketball provides a foundation for the pressures she now faces. She earned MVP honors at the FIBA U18 AmeriCup, where she averaged a team-leading 14.2 points per game. This success on an international stage demonstrates a skill set that can perform under a bright spotlight. It proves she can lead a team in scoring and be its most valuable player. However, the context is vastly different. Leading a team of Team USA teenagers against international age group competition is not the same as carrying the championship expectations of a powerhouse program like South Carolina. The pressures, the media scrutiny, and the week-in, week-out grind of the SEC present a unique and far more sustained challenge. While her international resume is impressive, it serves as a foundation, not a guarantee. The leadership required now is of a different magnitude entirely. The most fascinating aspect of Joyce Edwards' sophomore challenge lies in her tactical evolution. Her freshman dominance was built largely on a foundation of athletic superiority and opportunistic scoring, but those qualities become less reliable when an entire defense is engineered to neutralize them. To overcome this, the development of counter moves becomes paramount. Pure athleticism must be refined with nuanced skill. The blueprint for this evolution exists within her own program's history. Aaliyah Boston, a former Gamecock legend, transformed from a dominant athletic freshman into a deeply skilled sophomore. She did this by adding specific tools to her arsenal: a reliable turnaround jumper to punish defenders who sat back, and improved court vision to find open teammates when the double teams arrived. Edwards must undergo a similar refinement, improving her decision-making, cultivating a consistent mid-range jumper, and enhancing her off-ball movement are no longer developmental goals. They are imperatives for survival and success. While the challenges are significant, it's important to consider the arguments that sophomore struggles are not inevitable for Joyce Edwards. Critics of this narrative point to several key factors that could ease her transition. First and foremost is the presence of head coach Dawn Staley, whose track record for player development is among the best in the sport. The belief is that Staley's guidance can proactively address these challenges before they become long-term issues. Furthermore, Edwards' continued dominance in other formats, including recent success with USA Basketball's 3x3 Nations League team, suggests her skills are robust and translate beyond the traditional college game. This adaptability could serve her well. Finally, there is the South Carolina system itself. The program's team-oriented approach, which emphasizes ball movement and balanced scoring, may provide enough structural support to minimize the individual pressure placed upon her. It's possible the system is strong enough to absorb the defensive attention she commands, creating opportunities for others to thrive. Joyce Edwards now stands at one of college basketball's most crucial crossroads. It is the Sophomore Crucible, the inflection point where a promising freshman either ascends to true stardom or buckles under the weight of amplified expectations and focused opposition. Her 2025-26 campaign will be a season-long test of her character and her craft. It will reveal whether she possesses the mental fortitude to lead and the tactical adaptability to evolve. The stakes are immense. The answer to these questions will determine not just the trajectory of her own career, but whether South Carolina can successfully navigate its path from championship heartbreak to redemptive glory. She was a revelation as the hunter. Now, in the unforgiving world of elite college basketball, Joyce Edwards must prove she can be even better as the hunted.
Prime Field